All right, dudes. It's time for episode 5 of making a 2D multiplayer shooter. Started a bit later today. Probably won't go on too late. Hello, Ultra. I see you're back. But I want to do something today. I'm just not sure what. Not sure what that should be. I wanted to add pickups today. I've just done a new build. I made a few small changes. Give me 1 second, I'm just getting my laptop set up so that I can see comments easily. There we go. Right. So yesterday we got the shooting of the shield working properly. And made it so that shields can kill each other and kill players. That's pretty cool. There's a little latency issue that sometimes happens, if you look. Good. You see that? But you don't die from it. You should make pick-upable turrets. Interesting idea. I actually, 1 second. I commented out a bunch of the code for testing when I was tweaking pick-upable shields. So I need to just reinstate this code. It'll only take a sec. I had a thought about something to add. I'm not entirely sure. I'll set the code building again. And then I'll go into Photoshop and explain what my idea was. Let's just get that starting to build. Come on. There we go. So, my idea was, if I load the level, which should be here somewhere. Where's the level? Here it is. Zones. Imagine, if you will, a zone that covered a certain area of the map. Let's say it was red. But it was transparent. And if you go into that zone, it does something whilst you're in that zone. Maybe it speeds up bullets within that zone. Or maybe it makes it so you can't use your shield in that zone. And have various different zones scattered about the map that all do different things. Maybe one of them doubles the movement speed of anyone who's in the zone. I thought that might be cool. And then you could have the zones turn on and off, maybe, based on criteria. And I thought that might be pretty sweet. That's an idea I thought of. And then I thought about the idea a little bit more, and I thought, well, you could have zones. You could also have oops. Oops. God damn it. You could also have like tripwires. Maybe you could have a power-up where you can shoot something into a wall and it'll create a tripwire. And then that wire will do something. I thought like maybe I was thinking about these walls idea that I had. And I thought maybe, just maybe. God damn it. thought maybe, just maybe, as well as walls, you could also have little sections where when you walk through it, something happens. And they turn on and off. I thought that might be quite cool. Not sure how it would work, though. I might add the ability to add them, and then at some point we need to properly design the level, because I just threw this together by just making random squares. Are you going to do a taste reveal? Face reveal. My face has been revealed. If you're talking about my face. My face is revealed. It's true. Yeah. I'm trying to decide what to add next. So I was thinking about pickups, right? We should add power-ups. Because I've been talking about power-ups every single goddamn day. Every day I talk about power-ups. And we never do it. Hey, Brian. Every day I talk about power-ups. I was thinking about power-ups today. And the issue I have with it is because all the code is happening client side, there's no master server who's actually in control of everything. What I'm wondering is, oh, the build's done. Let's copy that across. And then I will complete my thought. There we go. So the problem with power-ups that I'm thinking is there is no master server. There's no there's no client who is in charge of the server. So who spawns the power-ups? Who spawns them? This is where the questions come in. Because if you have them just randomly appear, who decides where they appear? And when I say who, I mean which client within the game decides where they spawn. You could have all the clients deciding where they spawn, but then you might just get too many power-ups. You could also... Will I do a shop of some kind? I think that might be overcomplicating things for this game. This game I want to keep pretty simple. And then I can take all the learnings from this game and make a more complex game. But I always make my games too complicated. I want to keep it pretty simple. A shop, I think, would be overcomplicating it. For now. So for power-ups... it's a tricky one. It's a real tricky one. How do you mean because it's a Flash game? It's not technically Flash, but it's close. It's HTML5, which is the replacement that killed Flash. You could have it so that when someone dies, a power-up is spawned. That would work. Every time someone dies, a power-up is spawned somewhere on the map. That would work. But that'd mean if nobody died, you'd never get any power-ups spawning. So I'm not hugely convinced about that one either. Maybe, though. I just need... The only problem I'm having with power-ups is how to spawn them. Yeah, I want a shield regenerate power up. Exactly, I want stuff like that. I just need to figure out how I'm going to spawn them. Do they spawn when a player dies? Do they spawn just randomly? They spawn just randomly. That's much harder to do because all the different clients have to synchronously know what's going on. Whereas when they spawn when a player dies, everyone knows a player's died. So that becomes much easier. But if it's random, say you got 2 people playing, which one of those people, which one of their instances of the game decides where the power-up is spawned? Kabak says, spawn them in one of 5 random locations every 15 seconds and have an icon appear to show everyone that there is a power-up there. See, I like that, Cal. I like that a lot. But who is in charge of spawning it? Think about it this way. Well, actually, I'm not sure what the best way to think about it is. Hey, who's that? Have a wind up so that after the icon appears, there is a 5 to 10 second delay before it spawns. That could maybe fix things, actually. That might do it. That might solve all my problems. Possibly. Hey, is that Brian? Hey! I thought you didn't have a computer, Brian. God damn it. Firing the shield is totally the pro move. It's a bit risky. The shield is frickin' awesome. Ah, you're at work. I see. Brian overcharged himself. I know it. There was 5 bullets. Oh no, I hit the wall. I like that idea, Calback. I think we'll do that. Ah, hoisted by my own petard. Ah ha ha. Ah, god damn it. I wonder if firing the shield is too overpowered. I wonder if I should make it move slower. It seems pretty overpowered. All you see is black. Oh, you're right. All I see is black as well. 1 second. My desktop capture isn't working. Why is that? Good call, Ultra. Good call. Why isn't my display capture working? Oh, that's a strange one. That was probably the case when I was showing what was going on in Photoshop as well. God damn it. Maybe I should restart OBS. Okay. The stream's going to cut out for a couple of seconds. I'm going to restart OBS. Hopefully that'll... Did that work? I think maybe it did. You should be able to see my OBS setup. Then I can go back to the web. and seek revenge. Is it working now? Yeah. Might need to refresh the page to get back on, refresh the stream. Sometimes when I cut it out, a delay is introduced. Wow, there's a really loud plane outside. Can you still glitch out of bounds? I think so. I think so. Why can't I turn my shield off? Oh, that's right. I forgot to... God damn it, I'm gonna have to do another build. When I was messing about in the code earlier, I couldn't turn the shield on both screens, so I did this. Which means that in the new build, the shield is always turned on. So I need to do that and then do another build. So if you refresh, you're gonna get permanently turned on shields. But you're also gonna have the shield working correctly. So it's hit and miss. Brian says, have to actually do some work before I leave in 10 minutes. Enjoy the game though. Good. That's what matters. What matters is that Brian is going to do some work. Ultra Play says, what is your greatest achievement in a game? Oh, I don't know. Good question. My greatest achievement in a game. I don't know. That's a really good question. I don't really feel like stuff in games is too much of an achievement. Because you can usually do anything in a game as long as you think about it enough. Maybe... Cal says bottom left. Ah, Cal, you're too good at hacking the game. Oh yeah, there you are. I want to hack the game. Oh, I did it! God damn it. I didn't even use my regular hacks that time. I just shift moved out. Yeah, I think the corner, I think it's two different physics objects. So when you go here, you're going between them and they're both pushing you away from them. And so they're actually pushing you out of this side. Which is kind of weird. So we should add power-ups. I like Cal's idea. You didn't even sprint. You just let your right-click glitch do its thing. Alright. I like Cal's idea for the power-ups where they spawn, but then they don't spawn for 5 to 10 seconds. Because then it gives people a chance to get there and fight over them before they spawn. And also, can you add God mode power-ups out of bounds. Theoretically, I was saying, I'm not sure if you're here when I was saying it. Let me just check the stream's working, yeah. I was saying, and now I know that people couldn't see my screen. I was thinking about adding, like, zones. Like, zones, like that, where when you enter them, something happens. Maybe when you enter a zone, it stops you being able to use your shield. Or it makes you run twice as fast. So, if I did implement that, I could have zones around the outside that gave you special powers. But the zones thing is something that I came up with that I would have inside the map. Ostensibly. So, yeah. That's an idea that I had. I'm not sure how it would work. Right, let's upload this new version, and then we can start working on power-ups. Because you could have a zone that lets you move really fast, or you could have a zone that slows you down. You can shield shoot through walls. Yeah, I just need to make these walls thicker. That's all it is. If I made them thicker, that wouldn't be a problem, I think. Elcha says, if you had $100 million, what would you do? Set myself up so that I had enough to live a comfortable life where I could just sit at home making games and videos. And then work out how much that was going to cost me. Put aside double that amount, maybe triple that amount. And then the rest, either invest it, or like Cal says, just put it in a savings account. I would be very serious if I got that much money. I wouldn't go crazy with it. And every cool new bit of tech that was released, I would buy. And that's kind of how I would do it. Did I tell that new version to upload? Yes. Good. Right. Power-ups. First things first, let's create a power-up. That'll do. Kind of big, but that's fine for testing purposes. How are you going to signify if you have a power-up? Good question. It'll have to be different for each power-up, right? So people know which one you've got. What is my favourite cereal? Eltra, you ask all the questions. My favourite cereal is Cocoa Pops. Yours is Captain Crunch. I don't think we have that over here. let's add a new script called power up. And then we'll need to create power up spawn points as well. Unless we say that power ups are just going to spawn randomly, but I think spawn points make sense. And it'll just pick a random spawn point. So then we need to come up with some ideas for what power-ups can do. Yeah. I should also add more spawn points, make them be further away from each other. And I should make it so that you spawn at the spawn point that is furthest away from any other player, I think. I think that would make sense. Should be quite easy to do as well. Okay. So a power-up is going to have a type. And for now, we're going to have one power-up type, and it's going to be called dash recharge. Keep it simple. Keep it real simple. I might have two different types of power-up. I might have temporary power-ups, which are like dash recharge, where it's just like a little boost. Maybe it just recharges your dash or something. But then the better power-ups, which are the ones where Cal was talking about, where they will spawn and it'll let you know that it's going to appear there. And they might be permanent. So permanently increase something until you die. Until you die. And that'd be really cool. Because you don't want to be fighting over, like, you don't really care. If it says, oh, a power-up's going to spawn in 10 seconds, and it's like, what's it going to do? It's going to recharge your dash once. It'd be like, wow, great. The dash power-ups, Cal says, I think you should have a cycle for both types of power-ups, with permanent ones having a longer announcement delay. Yeah, definitely. That way, people will have an objective to get to and fight over it. And it'll lure the person who's in first place, who already has a lot of power-ups, because they'll want to snowball. And they'll want to make sure no one else is snowballing to catch up with them. So they will go to try and get the power-up, but everyone else will go there as well. And then they'll have a decent chance to kill the person who's in first. Unless the person in first has snowballed way too much. Or the dash thing be on a 20-second cooldown on a new key. Well, that's what I thought as well. I could have two different types of power-up spawner. I could have the dash cooldown could literally just spawn anywhere randomly. And then I could have the special power-up spawn places. Where you get the notification. And that would be quite cool. You could even do some really cool stuff. You could have a special area, you know, like off screen. You were talking about getting God mode powers if you get out the screen. There could be a separate room. There could be 4 separate rooms, right? It's a square, so you could add another 4 squares, slightly smaller, on the outside, when you go into that square, it disables your weapon and your shield. Once the announcement is complete, the door closes, and it stays closed until there's only one person in that square, and then they get the power-up. That might be complicating it too much. But it'd be like a little arena where you could choose to join in order to get the power-up. It's an idea. Hey, Don. Hey, Don's here. You think that would be cool? I think that'd be cool as well. I'm just not sure how you'd stop everyone from just grouping up. And as soon as the timer ran out, they'd all just turn their shields on and kill each other. That's my one concern. Have you joined our game, Don? I don't think you've seen our game yet, have you? I think I'm running an old version. It would give you more corners to glitch out on. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Let's see if the latest version is up. Yes. Are you still glitched out? Why is my ping so bad? My ping is el terrible. When you end from another tab, it skyrockets. Yeah, I kind of noticed that. Wait, can you fire these through walls at all times? Yeah. I think that's another glitch I've introduced. Wall. Yes. There we go. Let's set that building. Yours doesn't show them flying through walls, but they do. That'll be because you haven't refreshed. You haven't gone to the latest version that has that issue. Maybe? Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. You also keep randomly losing your score. Keep losing your score. You have a score of 1. On my screen, at least. Hello there, Mr. Thoy. These pings are terrible. We're on the EU servers as well. I should have a good ping. Did I get you there? No. You had 2 a little bit ago. Oh, 2 score. Interesting. My ping's coming down again, sort of. I think it must be related to the free service that we're using for multiplayer. It's the only thing I can think of. Everything else should be stable. God damn it. Ah ha ha. Ooh. What the hell? You're moving all over the place. Where are you? You can't go to the website because you switched to the iPad. Ah, that's okay. Where are you, Cal? Are you glitching out of the game again? Well, anyway. Whilst we wait on that, power-ups. So these are going to be temporary power type. So each power-up is going to have a type. And then, how do I do collisions? One thing I don't think I've done is made it so that bullets can kill each other. Will I make a chat? Oh, that is a good question. It'd be quite easy to make a chat, so possibly. It'd actually be really easy to make a chat. It'd basically be the same as the scoreboard, but instead of sending the score, we'd be sending whatever someone typed in. And we know how to type stuff in because we've already done that for the names. So it'd just be combining our name functionality with the scoreboard functionality, and you would have a chat. So the answer to that is possibly. Let's upload the new version that fixes the bullets going through walls. Probably test it first, but I'm feeling ballsy. I've made an executive decision that we're not adding a team mode. I like the idea of a team mode, but for this game, I don't think I want to add it. I think we would make a separate team-based game. Taking everything we've learnt from making this game, and then make a team-based game that takes what we've learned. But I think teams would just overcomplicate things. Possibly, though. Possibly. We might try it out. We might test out teams and see how hard it is to do. But for now, it's all about them power-ups. Square Squad 2. Oh, make everyone be squares. There's an interesting idea. So power literally just has a type, I think. And then I'm going to say apply power Have the bullets be triangles. Whoa, that is radical. When will I stream Kerbal Space Program? Well, you and Eltra seem to want me to play Kerbal Space Program. And I'm not opposed to the idea. I still want to make a mech. But I'm not streaming any games until this game is done. Which is going to be this week. We're spending this week finishing this game. That's what we're doing. And then we'll get back to playing games. So this will take a temporary power type, and it'll also take a player to apply it to. What's that bitching about? All right. That's fine. There we go. What are the next couple of games I want to play? I don't know. I don't think that far ahead. It's a good question. I really want to play Planescape Torment. That's on my list. That is on my list. But I'd also like to play something more modern as well. Something next gen, as the cool kids would say. But I'm not sure what. Player dot dash. What the hell? Where's current dash? Oh, I think it's private. Restore dash. What type of games do I like to play? Strategy, RPG, anything where you can be crazy experimental. Like Kerbal Space Program, where you can just make crazy things. Puzzle games. Puzzle games are very near the top of my list of stuff I like to play. I love me a good puzzle game. Like there was a game we played a while back called The Return of the Obra Dinn, and that was a really good game. We finished it in one sitting. There we go. Case per career mode is kind of boring. I don't think it is. I think it's the most interesting. It's just a shame that it's so easy to reach the point where it's not really career mode anymore. Because you have so much money and you have all the science. They made it too easy to get science. That's my problem with career mode. And science mode, I guess. They made it too easy. So, that's all fine. And then we can say, when a player hits if other dot tag equals play XCOM, Oh, we did play XCOM for quite a while. We played XCOM on the hardest difficulty. We got pretty far, but we never beat it. Might like to go back to XCOM, actually. You can build big ships in KSP, in career mode. We certainly did. If other tag equals power up, var power equals other dot game object dot get component power up. What did I call that? I'm sure I called it a temporary power up, right? Just temporary power, huh? Yeah, but you can get infinite funds in career mode. Easy. As soon as you have mining tech. Power dot type dot apply power this. There we go. First power up done. Heroes of Might and Magic. Cal, you might be onto something there. You're a man of ideas. Good ideas. That's because your name's Cal. I love Heroes of Might and Magic. Absolutely love it. Used to play 3 all the time with some of the guys I went to school with. We used to do the turn-based mode, go around to each other's houses, and have big Heroes of Might and Magic games. It was great. Donald says, Yeetus, Wheatus, Quetus, Retus, Titus, Petus, Cetus, Detus, Fetus, Getus, Hetus, Getus, Ketus, Letus, Zetus, Zetus, Cetus, Vetus, Betus, Netus, Metus, Cheetus, Sheetus, Fetus. Dawn, is that a new language you've created? I'm trying to decipher it. But I think because it started with Yeetus that it isn't, and you just typed a load of random stuff. Let's add a power-up. I guess we have added a power-up. Let's give it... The associated script cannot be loaded. Well, why not? What's it complaining about? You change keybind of shield to E. I can make it be both. I'll make it be both, just for you. Access is denied. What? Am I going to have to reload Visual Studio? Just for you. As long as you're not using E for anything else. There you go. Next build that we do, we'll have E for the shield. Or right click. You'll be able to choose. Don says, is the game playable yet? Hell yeah, Don. Of course it is. What kind of a hack do you take me for? The game's as playable as can be. Please build now. And the game is fun. It is endorsed by both Jeremy and Brian. as being fun. Now you could argue that means it's fun for old men to play. Not that I'm calling Brian an old man, but I'm assuming he is. And Jeremy definitely is. So it has the endorsement of 2 old men. Ah, the build succeeded. Awesome. Brian says same age as me. God damn it, I just called myself an old man. Ah, you got me, Brian. You got me. You got me good. That's fine. It has the endorsement of 3 old men. I'll include myself. I endorse this game. The other thing I need to do is... So I have the power-up working locally, except we're not killing the power-up after it's... After it's been grabbed. Destroy... other.game object. I like turn-based RPGs as well. Moonlighter, kind of a semi-RPG dungeon crawly type of game. Alright. Like a Darkest Dungeon. That was a kind of semi-RPG dungeon crawly type of game. Right, this should now... This should be a power-up. Oh, god damn it. I do this every time. What type of this game? This game is a fast-paced, third-person, top-down, 2D, multiplayer shooter. If you want to be specific. It's taken a long time to connect. There's definitely something squiff going on with the connection. Let me check my Photon account. No, we haven't used our traffic. We shouldn't be getting terrible ping. Let's try reloading it. Let's see. Moonlighter is an action RPG with roguelite elements that demonstrates 2 sides of the coin, revealing everyday routines of Will, an adventurous shopkeeper that secretly dreams of becoming a hero. That sounds quite good. Catch you later, Mr. Thoy. Ah, we're joined. Let's see if our power-up works. I need to use all our dash, and then run into it. I actually know why that didn't work. I didn't turn it into a trigger. Or at least I suspect that's why it didn't work. God damn it, every time I do this. What about achievements? I thought about achievements. For that I need persistence. But I was looking into persistence today. Come on, game. Cal, I'm just trying to get this power up. Why didn't that work? It has a collider. Is it because of this? The associated script cannot be loaded. I thought this might happen because I've done this. But I didn't actually think it'd happen. Yeah, you can play, Don. Cal says fraud. Who's a fraud? There we go, I fixed it. Now it'll work. Every time I make this mistake, I don't switch back to title before clicking play. So it doesn't connect. Come on. There's definitely something funky going on today. With the servers. There we go. Right. Let's see if this works. No? Why though? It exists. Power up. It has a collider. Is it to do with the Z index? Shouldn't be. I see you've glitched out again, Cal. Let's debug this. Oh, I know exactly what the problem is. I know it. I figured it out. I know I always say that, and then I haven't figured it out. There's always another thing building on top of it. But this time, I think I actually have. I never gave this the tag. Need to add a new tag for power up. Okay. 12 times the charm. This is going to be the one. I hate myself. I did set it to power up, right? 13th time's the charm. Lucky 13. Goddamn case sensitive. Come on, lucky 13. Well, we're getting there. Now we actually get an error. And that error is that power up. Okay. He's renaming to temporary power. Will I add music? I should do, right? I should do. I'd like to add sounds, for sure. And then power up needs temporary power. Hey, look at that. You can tell it's working now because we can choose the type. So it's a dash recharge. I can finally say with relative confidence that this time it's going to work. Yes, look at that. It even recharged our dash. Did you see that? Oh, yes. It actually worked. Use all my dash. And then fully recharged. Oh, took what, like 15 attempts? God damn this ping. At least, it's not... Come on, can I get out? No, it has to be on the corner. Yeah, Divinity Original Sin's good. I've already played it though, Cal. Already played it. I did thoroughly enjoy it. And the sequel as well. Right, so now we have one power-up working. Now we need to turn that into multiple power-ups. And we also need to make them visible to the other players. Have you played RuneScape? No, I haven't. I've been seeing a lot of stuff on YouTube about RuneScape recently. Not sure why. Power up spawner. Okay. The power up spawner is actually going to have this. Power up is going to have... We need to make our own icons for this, but for now the power up is going to have... a square. Perfect. And I'll make it be yellow. You think RuneScape would be interesting? Seems like you can't join, Don. It might just be the latency. The lag. As it were. I've been having issues as well. I'm not sure why it's been so laggy tonight. What's your ping at, Cal? I want to turn that into a prototype. I mean a prefab. And I want to turn that into a prefab as well. And let's add 900 your latency is. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the latency today. Definitely something strange going on. RimWorld. Oh, I really like RimWorld. And I haven't played it in a couple of years. I'm sure it's changed quite a lot. So then I want a new empty object, which is going to be called Power Up Manager. I wouldn't mind playing RimWorld, actually. I never did a stream of RimWorld. I really liked it. You can harvest people's organs. There's a new mode where you start with nothing and one character. See, that sounds great. That sounds right up my street. The Power Up Manager is going to have... Don says, wait, it's working now. Yeah, it's just latency issues, Don. There's a lot of weird latency issues going around tonight. I'm not sure why. It must be the Photon 2 servers. Which is interesting because I haven't got anywhere near our free limit. Yeah, we've not even used 0% of the traffic we're allowed, so... I don't know why it's being so laggy. What shows did I watch as a kid? Eltra's trying to put together a whole psychological profile of me. Button Moon. If you haven't seen Button Moon, you're missing out. I wonder if I can do this. Is it going to let me use a list instead of an array? I need to make it public. Sort of. Baba is you. Oh, I saw a YouTube video about that. Like the trailer. Looked pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then... so I'll keep those. Public void spawn power up. And that should take a temporary power type. And then the power-ups. Yeah. Instantiate. The spawner needs a prefab. Power prefab. This dot transform dot position and this dot transform dot rotation. There we go. And then the power up manager needs to say public float time per spawn. Time per spawn. Let's do that for now. Private float time till spawn. This dot time till spawn minus equals time dot delta time. This dot if this time till spawn is less than 0, spawners dot. I'm going to change that into an array. Donald says, how does the game work? You play with the mouse, Don. What's that complaining about? Oh, okay. Get random element. Spawner dot spawn power up. For now we'll just do dash recharge. And then here we need to say get component temporary power. This is going to be a little convoluted overall. But there we go. That should work locally. So if I run this locally, I should have power-ups now. In theory. You guys don't, but I should. God damn it, I did it again. How does the game work, Don? It's WASD to move, left click to shoot, right click to bring up your shield. If you shoot while your shield is up, you will fire your shield. And you want to kill people. basically the gist of it. And we're currently adding power-ups. No! Wait, I'm trying to... Uh-oh. My power-ups aren't spawning. Oh, got him! Uh-oh. Oh, I'm too good. I need to change the font of the score as well. It's really hard to read. Oh, I'm just too damn good. Too good for my own good. Oh, I had to say it. Oh. Where are you, Don? I was saying. Uh-oh. Hang on. I need to figure out why this isn't working. Aha. Because I didn't give this. No, I didn't give these the prefab. I also need to set how often they spawn. Time per spawn. 10 seconds. God damn it, I did it again. You think there should be a health bar instead of just dying in one hit? That's defeatist talk, Don. It just reset your score. Did it? It should only reset your score when you die. Why would it have reset your score? Hey look, I can get power-ups. Or I would be able to if they weren't broken. Yes, now I can get these sweet power-ups. Which respawn way too often. In fact, they spawn pretty much infinitely. For you, it shows 2 columns on the leaderboard. Yeah, that's because I'm not removing people from the leaderboard when they leave the game. Need to figure out how to do that. I do have an idea. Okay, Cal, kill me. Let's test this. So you now have a score of 1. And Pepperoni also has a score of 1. So if I rejoin and you guys don't kill each other, you should both have a score of 1. Now you're going to have 3 Callums on the leaderboard. Did you guys kill each other? You're both at 0 now. What's your scores on your screen? Interesting. Okay, in that case I need to look at the... update score, right? Because when I launch, I send a request and I say, I want you guys to give me your scores. And then you guys get yourself, you get your score and you send it. And then you receive information about your score. So why is your score becoming 0? The only place I set score to 0 is... yeah, I'm setting the score to be whatever your new score is. Interesting. Gonna have to test this. Okay, so Don just killed me and has a score of 1. If I reload... Don has a score of 0. What the shizer? Hey, Don. Okay, Cal, you've got a score of 1. And you've got a score of 2. So... can one of you guys refresh? Actually, don't. I'll just create another client. 0, 0. But then on this one... why is it... is it resetting everyone's score to 0 when someone joins? Yeah. There are two of me, Don. There are two of me. Look. There could be two of you if you run two instances of it. So it's resetting everyone's score when someone joins the game. That's good to know. Okay, catch you later, Cal. If it's resetting everyone's score, it never used to do that, which means something has gone horribly wrong. The question is, what is that something? Here, I'll join just so Don's got someone to kill. Don joined as Juzu as well. Right, meanwhile, let's figure out what's going on. So, I am a new player. Let's walk through this. I'm a new player. I have joined. I think I know what the problem is. I don't even think I need to walk through it. If I go to the event manager, Donald says pepperoni started moving by itself. It's gained sentience. It has done. That happens sometimes when your ping's really high. Not entirely sure why. Also, if you have a controller plugged in, Don, you can play with the controller as well. Oh, yes. Right, if I go to event manager, right? Or if I go to... Yeah, event manager. I think I know what the issue is. We're updating the score of the killer. I removed a line, remember? Remember I removed a line. I think that might have fixed it. I think that might have fixed it. Oh, Don's too good. Right, if I make another client join now, on my side, they should all keep their scores. Or I should at least keep my score. Okay, Don. I know this is a lot to ask. But don't kill pepperoni for a sec. God damn it. Ugh. Can I glitch out of bounds so Don can't kill me? Come on. He's gonna come for me, I can feel it. Oh, I know I can do it. I did it earlier. Ah, well, he's leaving me alone. Right, so if I refresh this. Pepperoni still has 3. And Pepperoni is me, I think. So I fixed it. Awesome. Now I just need to kill someone and make sure that my score doesn't go up to 5. Yeah, it's going up by 1 each time. The fact that I can use these dash things is so overpowered. Plus that they keep instantly respawning. But I know why that is. So, 2 things to fix. Or 1 thing to fix. Thing number 1. There we go. So now, if I build this and upload it, you guys should have power-ups as well. They will only be local power-ups. So nobody else will be able to take them. Which is step 1. Get the power-ups working so that they can be collected locally. Then step 2 will be make them shared across instances. But even with step 1 working, it'll be pretty cool. Now, there are a few issues with it. Donald says, I think I made too many players. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to... I'll do it after the build. I need to make it so that it takes people out of the list once they don't exist anymore. Which should be relatively easy to do, I think. The game is starting to get really weird. Yeah. That's classic Don for you. You're abusing your power, Don. Unlimited power. I won't abuse that too much. What was what, Don? I I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, look at my score. I think I broke my score. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have 852. Hey Don, what's my score on your screen? That's actually a really good stress test of the score system. What is my score on your screen? Don, don't. Answer the question. $852. Really? Hot diggity damn. As a reward, Don, press the enter key. Press the enter key. Or return, as you might call it. There is your reward. Your eternal reward. However, I do need to turn that back off. I accidentally turned it back on earlier. I didn't actually mean to. It is a bit OP. However, I might make a much weaker version of it that is dodgeable as like a super power-up. That you get, and it does that, but with a lot less of the crazy beams. Maybe it just fires 4, like 1 from each direction. Up, down, left, right. So that it is dodgeable, but is also super cool. I think that'd be neat. Where's Calcium? Where is he? I think Don might have left. He did. I'm all alone. That's fine though. So in this new version that I'm building, when I upload it, we'll have power-ups. And won't that be something special? And the scores will be fixed. And then I just need to make it delete people from the score list when they disappear from the game, which I think I know how to do pretty slickly. And then we should be living at large. In theory. So while it's building, let's do that. Score manager. You Thanos snapped the server. Oh, did you, Don? Yeah, that was always going to be a risk with giving you that level of power. So, in here, I'm going to add a new timer. Time per dead check. And private. No, wait, that should be float. Time till next check. I'll make it do a dead check every second. Time till next check minus equals time delta time. If this time till next check is less than or equal to 0, you didn't leave your accounts, they just never respawned. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that can happen when you use God mode too much. It really breaks the game. Purge. Then I want to do this dot purge, and this time till next check equals this dot time per dead check. There we go. And then purge is going to say players. I can get players actually from event manager. I should really make helpers for this. But this is fine. Select can I get, what's that complaining about? I thought it was called Photon Network. Yeah. What's it complaining about? Aha, the new build is done. Cool. Meanwhile, actually, from the views, yeah, select x dot owner dot user ID. So that gets me all the user IDs of people who are alive. Then I can say for each score in player scores, if score dot if player IDs contains score okay, that's a bad way of doing it. Player scores dot remove all player IDs dot contains player ID. There we go. And that will purge everyone who doesn't exist anymore. Theoretically. So, if I run this locally, I need to increase the character limit on names. What do I do in my spare time? This, really. Oh shit, it keeps purging everyone. Why is it purging everyone? I play games, I make games, I browse the internet. I don't really do much in my spare time, if I'm honest. I'm very content in life with the limited subset of things that I do. Why is this removing everyone? Oh, I'm such a tool. Because I need to say if it doesn't contain it. This is going to be the one that fixes that score issue that has been an issue for like 3 days now. Okay, we have Callum 2 and Callum. Now if I close this, Callum should disappear from the list. There we go. Fixed it. Yes. Oh, that's how I roll. Now I need to upload another version. God damn it. Meanwhile, while this builds, let's I want to take a look at the level. I'm not necessarily happy with the level. I'd like to design a proper level, but level design isn't really my thing, you know? This level's okay. But level design's never been my thing. I'm more about the programming side. When it comes to actually designing the level people play on, I wouldn't say I'm qualified. Don says make it a bit like a maze. Good idea, Don. Make it bigger. Bigger, you say? Okay, let's create a new file. Let's make it twice as big. Also give the bullets less range and not be as fast. Ooh, that's a controversial belief. Also, I'm going to round out the corners. That's going to stop Cal from using his corner trick He's not going to like that. And then I want another rectangle here with rounded corners. Again, I want to make this white. And I want to merge these. Then I want to rasterize these. Then I want to merge these. Give the bullets less range and maybe not as fast. See, yeah, that's controversial because whilst I agree with you, because slower bullets is always going to be nice. Maybe like 7. Currently they've got 10 speed. Maybe 7 would be okay. Right. How to turn this into a maze. I used to know how to make mazes. Now I've completely forgotten. For now, let's add some separators every 500 that I can work off. Donald says, make face, it's just a pepperoni. That's a good idea, Don. Can't believe I didn't think of that one. If you join the Discord channel, Don, not sure if you have Discord, but we have a Discord channel, and people actually use it to an extent. Then you'd be able to submit new images. I've been uploading people's submissions because I'm a nice guy like that. This is gonna be a bit of a... Ooh. Let me upload the new version. We've even got Jeremy and Brian in the Discord. Add enough spaces in the name selection so you can name yourself Sir Pepperoni and not just Pepperoni. You know what, Don? Just for you, I will. I will make the maximum limit be the amount it takes to call yourself Sir Pepperoni. Don gets special treatment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is painstaking, adding all these rulers, but it's going to let us design a map that is at least vaguely sensible, I think. Okay, if I go to the title then, and I go to name input, where's the limiter? Character limit is currently 10. So Sir Pepperoni is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There you go. And I'll even do another build and upload it. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to Photoshop. And we're going to try Donald says, for the maze map, I'm thinking an open space in the middle with the spawn, and then it branches out into multiple paths. So you're thinking like... That's too big. I think the open space in the middle shouldn't necessarily be the spawn. And make the walls be 20 thick. Yeah, invincibility when you spawn is something I keep meaning to add, but then keep forgetting. Yeah, exactly. Power-ups should spawn in the middle. Maybe that can be the... I was talking earlier about power-ups. We're going to have regular power-ups that like restore your dash and restore your shield, etc. But then we're going to have super power-ups that give you a permanent power-up. And I think the super power-ups should be in the middle. So then... Brian says, how about game modes like Capture the Flag? I do like the idea of Capture the Flag. I really like that idea. Once we've got a decent map, that will become a possibility. Come on, let me set the width to 100. Why you gotta do me like this, game? Sometimes I hate Photoshop. Oh, come on. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe a speed boost when you spawn too, so people will not be able to just chase them until invincibility ends. Yeah, we could make it so that whilst you're invincible, you have infinite dash as well. That'd work. But I'm also going to make it so that you're not allowed to shoot during that invincibility phase. Otherwise, you'd be too overpowered. But if we make it so that when you spawn, you're invincible for like 5 seconds. But you can't shoot. But you can dash as much as you like. I think that would be a decent kind of spawn mechanic. Okay. Oh, the new build is done. This is the one that lets Don change his name. Let's upload that. There we go. Now comes the tricky part. Actually building a level. Needs to have lots of wide open spaces. Needs to have wide open spaces, but also corridors. It needs to not be too limiting. I think what I'm going to do is just draw a bunch of lines and then erase parts of them to create the doorways. I think that might be the best approach. It just might be the best approach. Donald says Mario Maker 2 is so much fun. Yeah, I've never played a Mario Maker game. I've seen people playing it on the YouTubes, but I've never played it myself. Back to adding random lines. Oh my god, this level's going to be so big. People aren't even going to be able to find each other. People aren't going to be able to find each other. This whole not letting me create a 20 width square is getting real old real fast. You could up the speed. Speed of the players. I could. I definitely could. That is an option. The perfect level. Does it look absolutely trash? Yes. Is that okay? Yes. Is it going to look better going forwards? Yes. Also, I should probably switch to the line tool and just make it be 20. That's probably going to make my life much easier. Except that this doesn't look 20. Call me crazy. That does not look like it's 20 long. It's not 20. It's 1. What the hell? Look, it clearly says width 20. Why would it lie to me like that? Aha, now we're talking. Okay, random line time. Then we're just going to delete a bunch of lines. And that's going to be how we make the level. Now this isn't going to be the final level, it's just going to be something to play about with. There we go. Perfection guaranteed. Now, let's rasterize that entire thing. Then we get to have some fun with the eraser. I need to merge all that as well. There we go. Cool. So, starting at the entrance. We definitely need to bring that down. Definitely need to get rid of that. We definitely need to open this up somewhat. I like this. Never has a level been designed so weirdly. This is going to be super bizarre. Might work though. Ryan says probably a reason for that. Probably a reason why a level's never been designed this weirdly. Yeah, probably. That's okay though. If it doesn't work, we can just switch back to the old level. And that'll be A-okay. It's all about experimentation, right? I feel like it might be super hard to find someone. I agree. But I'm going to make everyone spawn in the middle, so for now we're all going to spawn in the middle, so it should be okay. And then if you do need to find someone, then the other thing I want to add is the radar, or the thing that shows you the direction of people. So that'll help with this. But right now I would say I just want to test what this looks like. It's just a train of thought. Is it going to work? If so, how is it going to work? More a scientific test than anything else. Then you have to get rid of the zoom in and out feature. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You can use zoom in and out to find people, right? So for now, it should be okay. I feel like there should be less things connecting the rooms. But that's why this is an experiment. This is going to be heaven for Calback with his wall clipping techniques. He's going to love it. But he won't be able to get out of the map. You could add AI enemies that you get less points from. No, I don't think I will. I really don't. One of the main advantages of making a multiplayer game is that I don't have to think about AI enemies. The points should all be about kills, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it should all be about who can kill other people the best. Not who can kill some scumbag AIs. You know? We're almost done. This is probably going to horribly break the game. Donald says you should add a team mode. Yeah, I know. We're thinking about it. Definitely something being pondered. There, that should be fine, right? Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? That's what you didn't understand about the score. It was counting hits and not deaths respawns. I think it actually was. God damn it. think it actually was counting deaths, but when you kill someone on the spawn point, they when you kill someone on the spawn point, sometimes they respawn where they were, and it looks like they didn't die. I think this one goes up here. Does it? No, I think it actually goes down here. Where does this go? I had a really... Donald says it's fun, but too many players seem to break it. That might just be because it was too many local players on your end, Don. It might be that all the players were you. Might have been the issue. You were too strong for the game. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what the problem was. Rotate 90 degrees counterclockwise? No. That's the one, I think. How am I struggling with this so much? I don't think that is where it should be. If that's going that way... then that should be going that way. So that is the correct way. Yeah, so it should be... there. Then why doesn't the wall line up? The wall should really line up, right? Ah, whatever. It'll do. Brian says, shapes confuse me. Oh, they confuse me as well, Brian. And then this one lines up. Actually, no, that goes too far. Ah, whatever. It kind of works, and that's what counts. I don't understand this one. Okay, but I'm going to bring it out here for good measure. There we go. A super weird map. Let's export this as... I am going to keep the first map here, for sure. And I might even only test this one locally. Depending how weird it is. I kind of like the first map. I mean, sure, it's weird. Not as weird as that other one. Weird level. Then I need to recreate the polygon collider, which is probably going to throw a hissy fit. Made some weird decisions. I think the polygon collider is too... I think the map is too complex for the polygon collider to understand. I should make multiple sections of a map that all fit together and make it generate a new map every time. Oh yes. Ah, whatever. Let's see what happens. Not going to work, right? We can at least get a feel for the scale of it. It's not actually that big. I thought it was going to be huge. We might not even be able to fit through some of these doors. Ah. I thought this was going to be huge. I think I've scaled it down. I think that's what the problem is. You can see where I took a chunk out the wall but didn't quite finish it. This is much more densely packed than I expected. I think when I set it to be 3,000, 6,000, I thought it was going to be absolutely giant. But it's actually just a regular sized map. If the colliders were working properly, it'd be great. But I'll show you the problem with the colliders. Problem with the colliders is it's not going to let us walk into certain corners. Like this one. It's technically a wall. Because the polymesh confused itself. That's fine though. That's why it was good creating this map. We really pushed the polymesh to its limit. So now we know you can't go too crazy. Although some parts of the craziness, it does handle quite nicely. Like here. It handles this. Okay, it doesn't handle that. But like here, it handles this really nicely. You know? Like the intricacies of this section. But then sometimes it throws a hissy fit and says, you know what, this entire section is just a giant corner. Even though in stuff like this, it does it perfectly. But then here, it says, I don't understand. Kind of bizarre. I mean, it's a terrible map, right? I don't think we'll use it. It was a good experiment, though. It was worth doing. I think it was worth doing. And, yeah. Now we know in the future. So, let's check the online version. I've kept uploading stuff without actually checking. Wonder what kind of state it's in. Oh, you can't have spaces in your name, Don. Power-up should spawn here soon. There we go. I guess the only other thing I'd like to do, this is super important. Need to add a display where you can see who's in the map with you. How do you mean? I'm not 100% convinced that I understand. Let's go back to the other level. And the score text needs to be a different color. What's a good color that stands out against blue? I guess I'll just make it black for now. I need to do the same for the ping. Let's see how that looks. Oh! That's it. I'm whipping out the controller. It's time to kick Don's butt. Ah, saying there's 4 other people. Yeah, that's true. The score only shows the top 5, so that makes sense. I've noticed the controller aspect shakes quite a lot. I'm not sure why. I'm just getting the input from the controller. My hand isn't that unsteady. It really flickers. I'm not sure why. Need to look into that. Oh, I got you. I think it might only happen in the local version, though. Scores look okay, but because the colour of the walls is also black, it's not ideal. Where is he? Ah ha ha! Maybe it's just because I'm playing it in the development engine in Unity. Maybe if I play on the web, there won't be that shake. Let's test it. No, there still is. That's weird. Uh-oh. These ping problems are really bad tonight. We never used to have ping this bad. It's fine though. When I get paid at the end of the month, I'll sink a little bit of money into it, just so that we're not on the free account. And then we shouldn't get all these weird free account latency issues. Won't be too much. It'll be like £60, which will be alright. The controller actually sucks with this shakiness. It makes it really hard to aim. It used to be really smooth. Not anymore, though. What's that in US? Like $90? Gives 6 months of non-free service. So it's not bad. I think it's actually 95. I was rough estimating. There's a list of all their prices for, like, depending how many concurrent users you need. On the free one, you can only have 20 people logged in at once. And you don't get very good ping, etc. But then once you start paying for it, you're not on the shared service. That'll be what it is. The free one is a shared service, so the more people who are using it, the worse everyone's ping's going to be, because it's just for like trialing the software. And for that, you don't need an amazing ping. So I think it's slower. Maybe it's the EU server, so I don't know. think there'll be less ping during the day. Maybe. So we just have to live with it for another couple of weeks. But this is fine for doing the development. Especially as it really does fluctuate. Like, sometimes the ping is really low. Sometimes we get like 50 ping. These dash power-ups, I'm not sure if I'm going to bother making them shared. I might make it so everyone gets their own dash power-ups. I might only make the permanent power-ups be shared, because who really cares about the dash ones, right? If locally you get a dash boost, no one else is going to cry foul over it. Whereas the permanent power-up buffs need to be shared. When you were at work, it was like 140. Yeah, exactly. I think it's on the evenings. I think most people are using the free version for doing like their own games that they do after work or whatever in the evenings. So on the evenings, the ping is actually a lot worse. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but that makes sense to me. Haha, I'm inside your hat. Can I push Don out of the map? Oh, what happened? Who's Satan? Is that Don again? I'm just assuming everyone is Don. Yeah, these latency issues are garbage for actually competitively playing. That's not why we're here right now. Satan is Don. I knew it. It would be cool to make the edge of the map instant death or any hard surface. Ah, that would be quite cool, actually. It'd be relatively easy to do as well. As in, like, super easy. Interesting. Lava. Oh, could be. Could be. There was talk about pitfalls and stuff. Maybe some of the map could be surfaces that kill you. Maybe not the whole thing. Mix it up a bit. Maybe the whole thing, though. Maybe, just maybe. Right, I'm back to using the mouse. That controller support is too bad. With the current settings. Where's Don at? He's called himself F. Wonder if I can make it so that only one person, that you can only log in once from each account, from each computer. Wonder if that's possible. I'll need to look into it. Well, for now, I need to go to bed. Because I've got work in the morning. So I need to disappear. And tomorrow, I'm not sure if there'll be a stream tomorrow. Probably not, because my brother's coming into the city. So I'm going to go see him on the evening. So I doubt there will be a stream tomorrow. But then Thursday, we'll see what we can add. Probably lava. I really like the idea of lava. And then some other stuff. For now, though, I need to head off to bed. Unfortunately, I'm really addicted to making this game. Really addicted. But can't be helped. So, I'll catch you guys later. Yeah, you have a good one as well, man. And I'll catch you guys Thursday. Adios.